Hello, everybody. I know I rarely upload to this channel, but chapters like 1044 are one of those milestone chapters where you really have to talk about it. And so I thought I'd go ahead and film this video now because I don't really have that much time in the day to do it. And I read the chapter last night, and it I'm not really sure how I feel about Gear Fifth and Sun God Nika. It's obviously it's one of those things where we expected it to happen from the cliffhanger from the last chapter, but I'm not really sure how I feel about the Gumu Gumu no Mi being a mythical devil fruit. Um, because it does change your perception of a lot of the series all the way up to the new world. You're gonna be looking at those arcs a lot differently than your first go around. And I do think it's one of those things where it's gonna take some time for me to get used to. Um, the Gear Fifth reveal slash Sun God Nika reveal was pretty. It was pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie, and hilarious. Oda has his little style of comedy, even in serious situations. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's gonna divide the fan base after all the hype dies down. And I'm one of those people who I'm still on the fence about it. I still don't really know how I feel about it. On one hand, I'm excited, I'm happy that I've made it this far into One Piece. I've been reading One Piece for about 10 years now, ever since I was like a kid. And to see the journey we've gone from, all the way to the East Blue to where we're at now in Wano currently while I'm recording this. Um, it's been an amazing ride, and One Piece is definitely one of my favorite pieces of media, pieces of art, uh, one of my favorite stories, and I, like I said, I'm not really sure how I feel about all this, but it's like when Sanji's family was introduced in the raid suits. I was kind of torn on that too, but it took some time for me to get used to, and um, it was around the time when Sanji got his raid suit and we got Sova mask. That's when I started coming around to the the raid suits and the science, the scientific parts of Judge and how he experimented on the siblings. It took me a while to come around on that, so I'm thinking that this Sun God Nika slash Gear Fifth is gonna take some getting used to for me because it does change a lot of how you perceive the story. Um, but that's my take on it. Going forward, I really don't have a lot of predictions. I'm not really a theorizer. When I read One Piece, I just kind of let it play out however he wants it to go. And at the end of the day, it's not our story. It's Oda's story, and he can pretty much do whatever he wants with it within the bounds of Shonen Jump, whatever they allow him to put in the story. But that's the great thing about Shonen Jump. It's one of those few um, companies where you have a lot of creative freedom. So, like I said, One Piece isn't our story. It's Oda's story. I have a lot of faith and respect for Oda, and I do believe um, he'll be able to handle um, this. awakening trope, chosen one trope that a lot of people seem to not like. I think I have a lot of faith in the way he'll handle it, because he tends to write his story a lot differently than other Shonen Jump um, manga, for example, Bleach and Naruto. Um, I feel as though he'll give it his own little spin. But like I said, I rarely make videos reacting to chapters, but I feel like since I just got done, I read it last night, and I read it again this morning. So these are my fresh thoughts on it. It's a huge milestone. I'm glad I've made it this far into One Piece. Hopefully, I live long enough to see the end of it. Um, but yeah, this is a really big, monumental moment that I wanted to capture. Um, and that's really all my thoughts on it. So that's really all I had to say about chapter 1044. 1045 is coming out next week, I think, if we're not on break. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Gear 5th. Never thought I'd see the day.